Hi everyone, so welcome back, another Rocket League video for you guys from Dratlaw44, myself of course. So basically just wanted to kind of list out just a few things to kind of be aware of and avoid, just to really pretty much prevent you getting scammed in any way, shape or form. Now, I'm sure that there are a lot of you who know all the new scams, all the new sort of ways of getting kind of like possibly ripped off for your items, but to be fair, there's always little things that people don't know, always little tricks that people aren't aware of, and let's face it, having been scammed myself, I make these videos really just to try and help you guys out, just to try and make you more aware and help you and just prevent you getting, ripped off from those people. Most of the community are really awesome people, maybe a little toxic in game, but pretty cool otherwise. But there always are going to be those people who are going to take advantage of your trust, try and sort of like get you, sucked in, be chatty, be nice, and then they're going to rip you off, and that is a massive thing. So if you do like the video, you find it helpful and informative, like really helps because it puts it into the algorithm. More likes it gets, the more people see it, and the more people who get helped. And if you want to subscribe for future content from me, I do cover Rocket League and Apex Legends mainly, a bit of Tekken as well sometimes. So I mean, if you do want to, subscribe, it helps me towards my goal of 150 subscribers, which, to be fair, would be absolutely amazing, and I will be doing some sort of giveaway at that time once I hit that number. Right, with that said, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first scam then is actually to do with phishing, and this is just when scammers create a fraudulent website. They ask you to enter your username and your password for your Rocket League account, and then if you do actually sign into that, very much like what they do with eBay and various other websites, if you enter in your details, of course, then they can gain access, they can log into your account, and they can steal absolutely everything. They are often looking very similar. Now, this is probably where it's very tough, but usually, when you sign in, why would you sign into anything at all in game? I mean, if you enter a tournament, which is what actually one of my older videos covered about 4 scams that go under the radar, I'll link that in the description below. But someone said that they'd had that when entering a tournament, and I was like, well, you never have that entering a tournament. And as far as I'm aware, it's kind of like very, very dodgy. There's usually with these links, I mean, one big thing that I will say with like eBay, I know it's a slightly different thing, it'll always say dear user rather than the username because they don't know it. PayPal's kind of similar, it won't know your actual details. There's spelling mistakes sometimes in text or emails, and it's very, very similar to this. So if you see a spelling mistake or a slight kind of punctuation error, anything at all, I would just check it. If ever you're signing into anything, I'd always just check 100% that it's official. And if it's a website thing that you need to sign into, you could log into the website yourself via Google, say, than actually following the link that someone's provided you, because why is someone providing you a link? Always a little bit suspicious, and something to be very aware of, because let's face it, if they can get into your account, they are going to steal every item. So pretty much don't click on suspicious links, even if you're told that you'll get free credits or items. Big one here, because there are often like scams that I've seen where they do say, oh, you'll get titanium white Dominus, titanium white Fennec if you sign into this link, blah blah blah. And realistically, how do we know that that's actually the case? If there's a link when other players ask you to trade, then definitely do not do that. And do not enter your personal information on any websites. If you're going to sign into your Rocket League account from the game, then make sure it's actually on the console or on the PC or whatever it is you're using. Okay, so the next is, of course, do not fall for trust trade scams, risk and reward. So just don't trust another player with your inventory, expecting them to pay more in a future trade. Now, I honestly can't really expect many people to actually do this, because I don't know about you, but I'm never going to give pretty much anyone an item based on trust reward. I mean, the only person I've ever done that with is my friend JHD the Duke, because we're really good friends anyway, and I know that if we give something, we've done it before, I fully trust him 100%, and vice versa, so that's kind of different. But generally speaking, if someone sort of says, oh, I'll pay you extra later, blah blah blah, yeah, just don't do that one. I'm not going to go into that much one, because that one is just really kind of It's kind of obvious, really, let's face it. Wagering on 1v1 Rocket League matches, or any type of match. Now, I mentioned this in my 4 underrated scams. Again, this one is just silly. And so he's paying to enter a giveaway or raffles, or paying another player to build a blueprint for you. I don't think they need much explaining. These guys are con artists. They're going to take your credits, whatever way that is, and they're going to not do whatever it is that they've agreed, and you're going to lose out. And Psyonix will not cover you, they will not do anything, and you are going to just lose your money. So be well aware and just don't trust people in that way. Trading with people who have redeem codes for popular items. I think the biggest one that I've seen is the Nissan Skyline. Now, I've seen people post for others like Phoenix and other items, but realistically, these codes don't exist. They don't exist in the game, they're not available, and they are absolutely scamming you. Okay, so another one to be aware of is someone who just wants to make a YouTube or TikTok thumbnail. I've never come across this one, but I do know it happens. They offer you a reward. They say that, that you're going to accept a trade that you're not actually agreeing to, but claiming that you can cancel the trade before it completes. Scammers have ways of actually preventing you from cancelling a trade. So what they do is that they actually would, kind of sometimes put an item in, or sometimes they can just kind of jam the system to prevent it cancelling, and then it goes through, and you've just given away all your items for maybe very little reward, and you don't even get that reward either, because they just block you, and you can't do anything. So yeah, I mean, no matter how good that deal sounds, do not go near it. It's absolutely kind of like one of those things where it's a rip-off. They are going to try and catch you out, and unfortunately there are people out there that will just laugh about it and gloat and just say, ha, yeah, you fell for it and you're such a sucker. And it's not a nice feeling, trust me. When I had it, I felt like an absolute idiot, I felt like a total fool, and that's why I make these videos, because I don't want other people to experience that if it can be avoided. So yeah, if anyone says that they can duplicate items, duplication is just not possible, so do not kind of just don't go there, because that is absolutely ridiculous. And don't let another player borrow your items for any reason. I mean, as I said, the only person I ever kind of give items to that maybe we don't actually fully give is JHD the Duke, my friend, because I know full well that if I ever ask for them back, and if he's giving me items as well, vice versa, we'd just do it, because we know and trust each other, known each other a long time. But I wouldn't do that with anybody else whatsoever. Maybe one other friend, but it's very, very little. So if any player asks to try items on your car, again, avoid that one. Avoid any player that can't pay you until later because their credits are time locked. Avoid that one, because they're not going to give you the credits if you give the item. Just tell them, yeah, I'll do the trade with you, I'll hold the item for you if you really want to, but I'm going to wait until your credits are no longer time locked, or I will trade it with someone else. So when companies claim about glitched items, this one is something that I haven't seen too much, but glitched items don't exist very much. I mean, the only glitch I ever saw was a exotic Dominus body that had come from the shop that the guy was able to trade. Now, whether that was something that was done on PC and it was fake, I don't know, because I wasn't there and I didn't see the trade. But generally, if anyone promises you glitched items or anything else, they are lying, and yeah, just don't go there. And one that I covered in my sort of video about the 4 underrated scams that go under the radar, trading items for real world money. Do not do it. Do not do it. They have, again, just like with the phishing, they have fake websites. It looks all official, looks like the PayPal receipt's gone through, said, yeah, payment's been made, and it's completely and utterly fake. And of course, turns out that you have just given away all your credits for absolutely nothing. So apart from that, I think that probably the big one, I'm trying to kind of go through ones that aren't the obvious ones that, a lot of you will have heard. Lots of blueprints in the trade scam, the item swap out scam where they have it certed. I've done videos on that. I'm going to link all these scam videos in the description anyway, just so that you've got kind of a bit of awareness. And yeah, I mean, I think, with a sort of pretty much all of this, I would say do not buy, sell, or share accounts, because it can lead to your account being compromised. Again, fairly self-explanatory. I wouldn't say that was a really complicated one, but I would just avoid it. And fake trades is yeah, I think this is probably the only other one that I will cover for this particular video. I know it's a lot of information, so just, literally take it in when you can, and of course, let me know if there's any questions. I mean, if you're anything you're not sure about, anything that you kind of like want to just check, drop me a comment. I will reply as soon as I'm able. Okay, so that is mainly it for this particular video. I hope you found it useful, informative, enjoyable, with the footage behind, quite a game as well. Drop me a like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see future content from me, and if you want to comment below any questions, anything else, then do so. That would be amazing. Otherwise, that is it for me for today, so have a great rest of the day, evening or night. I shall see you in the next video, but until then, you take care, and all the best. Cheers very much. See ya. Bye.